I just really wanted to talk about the recent Pahalgam attack. And sure, there are smarter people who are talking about this, but I really wanted to give my take on this, right? So, the first thing is, let me give you a brief. So, there are tourists in Pahalgam. Pahalgam is also known as the Little Switzerland or something like that. And there are tourists roaming there and visiting the place. And suddenly, two or three terrorists come into this situation. They kill people and just not randomly kill people. They target people and then kill them, right? So only religion specific people were killed. Muslims were not killed, and they made sure that the people are not Muslim by removing their pants, making them read stuff, and not just that, they only killed men, which is a very weird thing. And after the whole thing happened, they got out of the place without any issues. There were no security around that place, right? It was a pre-planned, targeted attack, right? And obviously, people don't get this, and they're saying that this is just a normal terrorist group. But what I think is the fact is that people don't understand this is so planned that this can't be done by untrained people. These were trained men. And I was reading this, listening to this podcast, and the man was saying, the guest was saying that these people are retired terrorist officers, sorry, retired army officers, and the country uses them when they don't want to be liable about something, right? So they can just say it's a terrorist group and they are not related to us while they want to execute some stuff. And there was this situation which was very viral as well, where this guy was killed and her wife, or sorry, his wife was like, please kill me as well. And the man said, please talk to Modi or like go talk to Modi, right? Which basically means that this was not just random killing which was done on emotion, but something that was done to serve an agenda, right? And this is so crazy. And see, I started talking about this to my friends and like my people, and the reaction from them was very weird because people don't get the seriousness of the situation because one, the repercussions they had because of this are crazy, like the Indus Water Treaty thing. See, the thing is that from India, Indus River and its tributaries go to Pakistan, and 80% of the water they use is from this Indus part, right? The moment Indus River is blocked, the water that comes from India is blocked from Pakistan, their living gets hampered because 80% of their water is coming from that place. And this was a treaty that was done like decades ago, right? And it was cancelled. The last time this happened, like the last time we said that we will cancel the treaty, will block the water, the army officers or the Pakistani officers basically said that if you block the water, we will consider it as a war horn in Islamabad, which basically means that by unka living is very much not possible. So when you block a treaty or cancel a treaty like this, it should have serious repercussions. So either they just do it randomly and like they just say it sorry and like things end. Sure, if that happens. But what I think is like I was listening to this theory, which was kind of interesting, which said that the only next way to create a situation like Ukraine, Russia, where two big countries are fighting by funding, not by being harmed in the front lines. So when Ukraine and Russia is fighting, the real fight is between USA and Russia, and USA is funding them. So the ideology is that Pakistan will soon get funded if we go to a war because water treaty is cancelled, visas are cancelled, the marshal or like the what do you say, the military people in India from Pakistan are said to leave this place in 7 days, right? And guess what? Like I asked, like I told my friends that this is very serious and vagera vagera, and they had a very stupid reaction. They don't know, like people don't know what is going on. And I told my friend, like, bro, the Indus River treaty is being cancelled, and her reaction was, oh, then we can't go to Pakistan. Is that the meaning of that? Which is kind of stupid as well as crazy at the same point. We need to understand that this might have repercussions. And if we go to a war, bro, like the next year I'll join the workforces, right? So like I'll go out of my college, I'll graduate. So if there's a war, there's already an economical backlash because of that. What do you say? because of that Trump tariffs, right? And then this happens, the Indian economy will fall. Bro, you basically you will get targeted or get affected because of this situation. And people don't get it. People don't get it. And obviously, like when there's a situation like this, there are two kinds of people. The one that is intellectual, right? Who are talking about shit. The other is just living their life, like my friend. And I realized that our decisions, our understanding of the country and the political situation of it is really important, right? And still, the reaction I had from I told my friend, like I was talking in this group, and the reaction my friend had was Pakistan pe mood denge. Sorry, pardon for my French, but like this is exactly what he said. And this basically, like, it doesn't mean that he was emotional. It's just that it's fun for him, right? And when we are living in a country like India where the major force is youth, having such people is a real issue and people don't get it. We need to understand the situation, right? I'm sure, give me your ideologies, give me your ideas, what you think about what is going to happen, and I don't know what repercussions. Pakistan, like, Pakistan ka pani ruk gaya. They have to do something. Now they will start a war, they'll get funded from China, or they'll say sorry. This is something that will happen, we don't know, right? That's it. That's it for today. आज सब्सक्राइब करने नहीं बोलूँगा।